I was waiting for you. Demonic slave! Where is she? Where's my... No! Ah!
I wasn't sure I heard a voice, but I did. Victoria is here. It's dark, and my eyes could be deceiving me, but that doesn't seem to be...
Who goes there? I'm Lucia, the owner of this house.
I apologize, miss. I'm Benedict. Victoria is my sister.
Who's Victoria?
Rough day. Sorry. I meant Petra. Petra is my sister.
I didn't know she had a brother and that he was coming with her to Sveti Kotar.
Nobody knew. It was a last-minute decision.
So where is she now?
We're trying to find her.
We? Who is we? Are there more people I don't know about?
Her husband, Nikolai, came as well.
I was told she was to come alone on Friday, October 28th. Rented the house for the 3 nights. Said she wants to give herself a gift for the soul. A strange woman, I tell you that. Something happened?
Nothing in particular. We woke up and she was gone.
She's probably sightseeing. One can easily get lost in the beauty of the place, lose track of time.
What happened here?
I didn't want to yell at you, but since you're asking, you tell me. I almost fainted of sorrow after opening the door. Look at my bust, reduced to pieces. Somebody has to pay for the damage. Animals.
You'll have to ask the warden to pay for that. We left the house untouched.
The warden? What warden? Dr. Hatur?
Yes, Dr. Hatur.
But I did nothing wrong. Why would he come to my house? Was he looking for me?
I don't know. He didn't tell us the reason and we couldn't argue. A detective was with him.
Maybe they saw my art as blasphemous and heretical. Maybe they'll take me into the asylum. That's why he destroyed the bust and the stoop. He was sending a message. I'm doomed.
He won't take further action.
What do you mean? He was here for me.
Why would he cause this damage without taking you in? It doesn't make sense.
You think?
This looks like he was just giving a warning. Maybe because of something else you did.
I don't know what I did, but I can live with a warning. I'll try to be more careful from now on. Thank you, my friend.
Weren't you supposed to welcome us last night?
I told your sister I'll leave the key at the neighbor's and that I'll pass by later, after the castle.
You were at the castle?
Sure.
Did you see me there?
I was there only for a brief time. Couldn't stand all those people. But how could I see you when everyone has to wear... Wait a minute. Did you go inside without a mask?
No, of course not. Was she here after you came by?
I didn't make it. This right here is me visiting after the castle. You are a strange person. No wonder you two are relatives. Why are you asking all these questions?
Because she stayed in the house and fell asleep, and when I came back I couldn't find her. I don't know her whereabouts since last night.
You know, if you don't trust her, you should just talk to her. But if you already did, then my only advice is to talk to Madame Vera, my neighbor. She may be old, but she never misses a thing, always lurking from that window of hers.
I already tried, but she either wasn't in the house or just ignored me.
Because she doesn't like strangers. What would you do? You must introduce yourself to her. Say exactly who you are and why you're looking to talk to her. Tell the truth. I heard that she had some sort of visions of the life of Ivan Kotar, the patron saint of the town. It's what allowed her to sneak into other people's houses as a babysitter.
I'll try to talk to her.
And do not go knocking on the door. She hates that.
Have you had any strange dreams in this house?
Whenever I don't have guests, I sleep here, and guests are as rare as the sun in this town. My dreams are always great. Why?
It's just that both Nikolai and I had a rough night's sleep with harrowing dreams.
That must have been the demon of tiredness, not the house. You had a long drive yesterday.
We opened the balcony door and found a strange mass.
So it was you who broke the glass on the door?
No, I just opened it, I promise.
Maybe those bloody crows did it. Wouldn't be the first time. It started recently. They come to the balcony, raking in mud, small twigs and other crow filth. I tried to scare them off, but nothing is working. And they are very aggressive. I can't light a candle anymore. Whenever I do, they swarm outside and start scratching at the windows and door. The balcony is where they gather and ultimately die. It's like their graveyard or something. I can't explain it. If they don't back off soon, I'll have to start taking action. I don't want my guests to feel threatened.
Do you mind if I look around the house a bit?
Not at all. You are allowed to stay here for 2 more nights. Unless you want to pay to stay longer, of course.
That is something you should discuss with my sister. The blasphemous basin is destroyed. I approve of the act. Hideous! It's full of dead crows. Dozens and dozens of them. I don't need it. This woman eerily reminds me of Victoria in her younger days, back when I could rely on her, instead of having to fear her. Must have been the warden who did this. What use is there in throwing books on the floor? We left it on the table, with its front side facing the wall. Now it's up again, looking at me with those mean eyes. For some reason, someone decided to wrap the carpet and put it here. A giant bowl made out of clay, filled with what seems to be some type of oil. It's a giant tree with dozens of corpses hanging from its branches, and skulls that feed its roots. This bookshelf was full of books before. A lot of them are missing now. Everything is as we left it, but the crow's head is missing, and there's broken glass on the floor now. The fireplace. It's full of dead crows.
I know, I put them there.
Why?
To get rid of the bodies, why else? But I am all out of matches, so for now they just have to lay in the cold. You don't mind, do you?
No, not at all. It's your house.
But you're my guest. It's my duty to make your stay comfortable.
This woman and her house are beyond salvation. Never mind. It's locked. I should contemplate more about this decision. Madam Vera? My name is Benedek. I spent the night at your neighbor's. Could I ask you some questions? The woman that came with me is my sister. We can't find her today. Did you see if she left the house sometime after we arrived last night? Have you seen her today, perhaps? Who are you? My name is Benedek, and... Vera is old, not deaf. Who are you? Benedek, I'm a monk from Budapest. What do you want from me, monk? I'm trying to find my sister. Have you seen her? No, but I heard last night. After we arrived? Much later, in the night, with a man. What man? Nikolai? No, the one who came here earlier today stayed in the house. The warden? Dr. Hathor? Him, the man with the demonic voice. What did Hathor and my sister do? Went into the forest together, talked there for a while, then silence. Where in the forest? At the crossroad, go straight into the forest. It's where the path leading from the town ends? Just go inside there. Once you find it, you will know. Did you hear what they talked about? No, sounded like whispering, praying, chanting. Can you describe Hathor? What is it? My eyes were taken from me. God has his ways. I'm sorry. God has nothing on this. I deserve punishment. I deserve solitude. You still questioning my words. I am sure I didn't see him, but it is the same man that stayed in the house. The demonic voice. I'm having a hard time reading your chalkboard. Why can't you talk? Piece of chalkboard. School damaged object. A present from someone special to me. I asked if you could talk, madam. Tongue was torn out. I am eyeless and wordless. Terrible fate. I can't imagine the pain. Who made you blind and mute? No need to tell me. I just... The body of my sister. Your sister did this to you? A corpse now. She had to do it. It is my fault. Your sister, family. What could you have done to deserve such a cruel punishment? I provoked. I need to suffer for my faith. It is all I have left. Don't ask again. I heard about your visions. I still have them. Visions of Ivan Kotar? His birth, life, the horrors of Udav, death in church. Can you tell me a bit more? Visions are mine. Don't want to talk about. Excuse me. You are damaged. Missing soul you have. Excuse me? Cursed, like me, but a good man. Help me find the love of my life. He disappeared. Madam, I can't. As soon as I find my sister, I'm leaving and not coming back. Search for her at the same time. Look for him. I don't know this place. I don't know anyone here. Everyone knew my love. On a full moon night, he disappeared. You have to understand, it will take a miracle for me to find anyone in this valley. But tell me, what is his name? Yakov Prenger, town's former... A priest was your lover? He was to renounce his service, not faith. Dear God, I'll see what I can do. I have to go now. I should wait here for now. The path the old lady told me about. It's too dark and terrifying. All sorts of negative emotions are hitting me in this blackness, and I can't see a thing. I need light. I should contemplate more about this decision. Never mind. Do you mind if I take this lamp?
That dust collecting thing is here because I inherited it with the house. Go ahead, but don't forget to return it. Sometimes it gets very dark in this valley. Without a lamp, I could get lost.
Darker than this? It appears to be empty. I need to find some oil to make it work. This should be enough. Do you happen to have any spare matches? You are afraid of darkness. Look into the angel's vase. Take what you find. I will. Thank you, Madame Vera. Excuse me. The Catechism says, after an angel decides to sin, he falls from heaven and becomes a demon. The Catechism says, I struggle to find a reason to do that. If I didn't come here, thoughts like this would never cross my mind. I can see a matchbox, which I'm taking, and a strange crucifix that looks more like a weapon of sorts. I believe it could kill a beast. As long as I'm trapped in this valley, I might need it. And since Vera wrote I could take whatever I find in here, I'm taking that too. It's empty. I don't need more light here. Oh my God, this is horrible. I've never seen so many. It's a dumping site. Two different kinds of footprints here. Fresh footprints. No way I can be sure one of them belongs to Victoria, but this proves Vera was right. She wasn't imagining the whispers from the woods. I wonder, how could my sister possibly know the warden? Where did they meet? He was looking for her last night before the incident. And then they talked afterwards here. Why? Something must have happened to her in the last few years. Both of our parents perished, and now our bloodline is cursed. It's not a fairy tale. It's our reality. I have to go to the lodge. Tell Nikolai I was right. He can do whatever he wants after that. I did my part. I'm leaving. No one can judge me or condemn me after... Huh? No! No! Get off! Get off! Get off! No! I have to get out of here immediately! With a bit of God's help and quick feet, I may be able to get to the lodge, then straight to the station before the last train leaves. back. It hurts so bad. I haven't walked so quickly since I was a first grader. Goldin. I'm not climbing up that thing. It looks unstable. Besides, I have no reason to do it. It's empty, but I can see some fresh drops of blood in there. Disgusting. It shows a caped man preaching to a group of children. The man has darkness for a face. It's named Pula. I think I heard of this town having a very tall church tower with loud bells. It depicts angels flying above a restless sea, hands rising from the water, calling for help. I see a scared man who just got out of the woods. His face is pale and eyes wide open. Someone tried to depict a gathering of witches in a funny way. They are laughing and having a good time. It's a disgrace. Witches are not something to joke about. The artist should be punished. All alone here? Where's everyone else? Where's your owner?
Come over here, through the passage.
Ranko Merzel. Ivan Goldin. Antun Fero Istarski. A Congress of Felines. Some people worship them and think they are superior animals. It looks shockingly similar to the cat in the lobby. It has a menacing stance, as if safeguarding its master. A man proudly seated in his king-sized chair, surrounded by cats. Could be someone important.
The king says you're here to see that friend of yours.
I'm trying to find Nikolai, not a friend.
I don't know the man's name, but since we don't get many visitors, that must be him. If you find him, tell him he owes me a pack of matches. I had to light a lot of candles because of him.
Why? What happened?
When he got in here, all the lights in the lodge went out. I've never felt a stronger, more bone-chilling draft in my life.
Where did he go afterwards?
Certainly not back through the lobby, as the door was closed. He could only have gone in one direction, into the tower. And from there, who knows? This building is full of secret passageways.
What caused the draft?
I don't know. Something from the tower, I suppose. The king does not want to tell me. He's playing awfully coy about it.
Nikolai didn't cause the draft then?
Yes, he did. This hallway leads to Mr. Goldin's room, where a friend was headed. He caused the draft.
Could you go upstairs and check for him? I can wait in the lobby.
No. I've never been in this part of the lodge before. Never in the tower, and never in the warden's room. No way. He's your friend. You should go.
I already told you he's not my friend.
Whatever. You have no choice. The king is telling me you have to go in there. At one condition, though. I won't see him anymore, so you have to pay for his debt.
What would that be?
I will give you a clue. What do I need to repel darkness in the lodge?
You need to stop believing in that king of yours. Turn to God instead.
I need something that makes fire, that's all. Pay for the debt and I'll let you go upstairs.
Who is your king?
The king in yellow. He who opens passages.
Where is he?
Spiritually, everywhere. Physically, right now, in the lobby. And yellow.
A cat is your king?
He is everyone's king. He only chooses to appear as a cat. Do not deceive yourself in thinking he is merely a pet. He gets angry easily, and you don't want to get him angry.
Here, Nikolai's debt.
You may go into the tower now.
Where are you going?
Now that I have this matchbox, I have work to do.
Couldn't you at least wait here?
Sorry, sir. I wasn't supposed to even see the hallway. I'm sure that god of yours will help you get out of there.
Wait! I could have just left this town. Sometimes I don't understand myself. This room appears empty, but the candles are still lit. Not sure why I would need one. The book's title is An Inhabitant of Sabor. A couple of books regarding the human mind, and a quill that was used on a piece of paper to draw. 7 symbols, all very different from one another. The round one could be an iteration of the accursed evil eye. Wooden twigs tied with tiny threads, or plant roots. 3 triangles tied in the middle, with another twig. This is beyond my interest of knowing. It must be witchcraft, or something to worship the devil. It's hollow beneath the floor here. Can't do it. It won't budge. There are no visible holes to pull it up with my fingers. There must be another way. Possibly a hidden mechanism somewhere. A dense fog rises above the lake, creeping inland. Not sure why I would need one. I could be wrong, but there seems to be something reflective at the end of the hole. I'd need something long enough to reach it. I have no faith in the outcome. Using one of these might help me to reach the end of that hole. The warden's secret passage. It could be a trap, but I have no other choice. I have to descend. It was a harrowing walk. There was no light. Every step I made was a danger. The child at the end of the pier surely must have seen Nikolai and the warden come out of here. I should ask. Hi, little one. Can I ask you some questions?
I'm not little one. I'm Anton.
Anton, have you seen anyone coming out of that tunnel?
I saw you.
That is good, but anyone before me?
2 men. One had the eyes of a dead man.
Where did they go?
They drove away with the boat. Disappeared into the fog.
Eyes of a dead man. Was he dead?
He was breathing. The warden dragged him.
Do you come here often?
Fishing. Yes.
So you know the warden?
Of course. He is always good to me. Always gives me food. Says I have to gain weight.
You think he took the other man to the asylum?
No. He uses the boat only when meeting with the moon ghouls. They always go to the same place. It's on the other side of the lake.
How do you know about that place?
My mother Evelina told me all about it. Nothing else is in that direction.
What did she say about the place?
Klek. That is the name. When night falls, witches gather on that hill. They sing and dance in front of 3 white fingers. Mother says they once belonged to an evil giant.
Who belonged? The fingers or the witches?
Fingers. Witches come to Klek to call the demons from the mountain. They make and eat babies together.
What kind of woman tells stories like this to a child? You saw the moon ghouls?
More than once.
And they did nothing to you?
They could not. Dr. Hatur was taking them away with the boat.
Are they man or beast?
Both. Their whole body is yellow. They don't have faces. Their faces are shadows.
Isn't it dangerous to be out at this hour of night?
Day, night, it's all the same to me. The only thing that matters is to finally find my mother and father.
Where are they?
In the lake. Hiding from me.
Who told you that?
Evelina.
And now you are here fishing for your parents?
Yes, but they don't love my skin. Or maybe they can't smell it in the water of the lake. I don't know.
I have to go now.
What are you going to do?
Who could help me get to Klek?
You need a boat. You can't walk there. It is too far away. And you can't swim. Harley is home to my mother and father. They would be angry if you did.
So, where can I find a boat?
On my way here, I always passed by the old man. He has a boat. Arsen is his name. Just walk into the woods left of the lodge. His house is on a small island.
Take care, little one.
Take care, little priest. And if you see my mother and father, please tell them I'm waiting here.
Those shrubs look poisonous. I'm staying away from it. Those shrubs look poisonous. I'm staying away from it. It's locked. Only silence and darkness from inside. Which path should I take? I see pentagrams, and the letters V, M, I, and K. These are witch marks. Carvings created to ward off evil spirits from the house. Arson?
Who is it?
It's Benedict, sir. Sorry to disturb you, but I've been told you could help me.
Who told you that?
A boy named Anton?
What do you want?
I need to get to the other side of the lake. It's important.
You can walk or swim.
How long would it take me to get to Klek on foot?
Click. Probably a day.
The lake doesn't look inviting to dip in, and it's cold.
Didn't you just say it's important? If it is, you can do it. Why would you want to visit that damned locality?
A man I'm trying to find could be there.
You strangers. Why even come to this town?
It wasn't my choice.
Either way, you are a captive now. We are all captives of this place. Imprisoned souls waiting for our savior.
Sir, with all due respect, this town needs a legion of exorcists to be saved.
It needs just one soul with pure faith. One man, one soul to free us all.
Is that boat over there yours?
What are you, Benedict?
What do you mean?
I don't know you. You don't live here. Who are you?
I am Benedict Dochnani. I serve God.
You are a priest.
A monk from Budapest.
Good. We shall continue this conversation then.
About the boat.
You can't have it.
Oh, I didn't mean... I've never used one. I thought that maybe you could go with me.
No. The boat is occupied and no one can use it. And even if it wasn't, I am too old and too weak to board it.
Occupied by what?
You have my permission to uncover the top.
Why don't you just tell me?
It's better if you see it with your own eyes.
Do you know anyone else who could lend me a boat?
No one goes to the lake. There are no other boats.
That's a lie. What about the boat at the lodge?
You don't want to find yourself on that one. It belongs to the asylum. I'm the only one with a boat. No other inhabitant has one. Why would they? There's nothing here, and it's dangerous.
What places do you recommend I visit while in town?
You don't get to explore this place. If it doesn't devour you first, then only by the grace of God did you escape its swallow. We are surrounded by carcassa in every direction. The Udav mountain above us, and the Henna River and Lake Holly lay dead below. No animals live in this valley, except for the damned crows. Nothing grows or breathes inside these waters. We see death everywhere.
People still live here. It amazes me.
This is a valley of righteous men and women. We may be scared, with one foot in our graves, but we never lose faith, and we never succumb to darkness. A day will come when the light will win.
What did last night's effigy symbolize?
You were there?
Unfortunately.
I never do. I don't like crowded places, but I could see the fire from here, and it was beautiful. We torch it every year on the day of our patron saint, Ivan Kotar. The giant symbolizes a member of the Saboran tribe.
Yesterday was October 28th. What happened on that day?
The day Ivan Kotar was murdered.
Murdered?
Yes, we celebrate, nay, glorify the final moment of Kotar's long sacrifice for our ancestors, and thus for us.
Who murdered him?
Decapitated by Vatican emissaries.
For what reason?
Accused of allying himself with the darkness from the mountain. It was such a horrible decision. Poor man gave his life for this town and its inhabitants, only to end up locked in his room and ultimately slain like an animal.
The more I hear about this town and its mysteries, I just can't believe it. What do you know about the moon ghouls?
They are everywhere. In the water, in the town, and the forest, on the mountain, and in the mala.
Mala? What is that?
It's what you strangers call fog. Hell, even some Qatarians call it that because they don't know or don't want to accept the truth.
The moon ghouls are in the fog?
Mala is not what it seems to be. It is not fog. You feel any humidity? Have you noticed the ground?
It is completely dry.
Because Mala is not a mass of water particles.
What is Mala then?
The remains of dead Saborans, or as many prefer to call them, moon ghouls. They think if they don't pronounce the tribe's true name that they will be safe, which is nothing but a fallacy.
Like I said and thought 100 times before, this place is doomed.
We just need one man, a savior, someone like our Ivan Kotar from the past.
Have you seen a female stranger lately?
No.
No? Without even giving it a thought first?
No one visits me except Ida, the souvenir shopkeeper. I am sure I saw no female strangers in years.
What do you do here?
Trying to stay alive for as long as possible.
I mean, what do you do for a living?
I sell fish.
That old camper across the bridge is yours?
Yes, it was home to my parents before they settled in Sveti Kotar. They were...
Wanderers?
I wanted to say fools. I loved them, but for God's sake, why choose this town to start a family?
We don't get to pick our parents, and yet whatever they do, we never stop loving them.
Maybe it's not love. Maybe we are cursed the moment we are born.
You fish in the lake?
I never did. The waters are dead. Nothing grows or lives in them. Fish are sent to me every once in a while from other regions in Croatia. I have friends, mostly in Istria.
Did you know Yakov Prenger?
He was a priest and a good friend of mine.
I heard he disappeared.
On a full moon night, like many others in the past.
And that's it? No one knows what happened to him?
I'm afraid all we can do is pray for his soul.
Excuse me. This drawing reminds me of an ichthys, a secret symbol of early Christians. Oh my God! 2 bodies. 2 children. Long dead. Why the priest's robe and nun's habit? 2 bodies. Why the priest... I've never seen a wood so dark in color as this one. It's almost like coal. It's me again. You keep the corpses of 2 children in your boat?
My father and mother were small people. Midgets, as some would say.
What are they doing in there?
Laying peacefully in their temporary grave.
A temporary grave?
They were recently exhumed and I had to take care of them.
I don't understand. Who exhumed them?
Henry, the priest of Sveti Kotar, he banished me from the church, and so my parents had to move out from the town's graveyard. Soil outside the church walls is tainted. The boat was the safest place.
They were clergy?
No, I dressed them as such to protect their bodies. The moon ghouls eat flesh, and they don't care if it's warm or cold.
Why the massive cross on top?
To protect them from the moon ghouls. Faith is the only thing that wards them off, but not for long.
Was it torched? The wood is very dark.
I made it from the trees that grow behind my house. I would never torch a cross.
What sin have you committed to have been banished?
Son, we are all original sinners, waiting for redemption.
We are, but you did something to deserve it.
God knows that is not the truth. Listen, talk to Henry. Reason with him. He must unban me.
Why would I do that?
Because you need the boat. If Henry accepts, I could move my parents back into their grave and the boat would be free again.
It's an opportunity to fulfill Father Imre's wish as well. I'll see what I can do.
He's not an easy man to talk to, but maybe he'll be more reasonable with you, monk.
Where can I find his church?
The Church of Ivan Kotar. Go back through the square, find the police station, then follow the alley to your right. Just be sure not to stray into Kuga. Wicked, evil people wander the former school district. They have no soul and have lost all faith.
You have no intention of telling me what you did?
I don't know. One day, he just said we are not welcome anymore. You have to ask him.
Excuse me. Which path should I take? Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for you are with me. It's man-made, in the form of a sacred shape, a black magic circle for rituals. Even a mere tree root looks evil in this place. I feel it will grab me at any moment. A mailbox? Not sure. It looks strange. Its ropes bear some resemblance to hangman's nooses. Makes sense for a town like this. I'm not going into the police station. I would risk being taken in for questioning, and they could be conspiring with Hatur. I have no reason to go that way. It's a narrow, shady street that leads somewhere uphill. I have no reason to go that way. It's a narrow, shady street that leads somewhere uphill. It's a long road that follows the river uphill and into the forest. I'm not going. I don't know where it would take me. Ivan Kotar, born in 1159, died in 1218.